This time on Woody's Garage. Oh, woe is me.
Oh, woe is me. Well, I'll try to keep this brief, but after all the work I did on the bike, including a new choke cable, got it registered and all inspected, while driving home from the inspection station, I stopped at a gas station to get gas, and it started kind of hard, and the kickstart felt like it shouldn't be this hard to kick it over. They had a nice little hill there that I just drove it down and started it up and got my way back home, but it was running like crap. Now that was before I put in the new choke cable, etc., and did the work on it. So I put all that in, and I said, oh, let's go for a ride. A couple of days later, nice day, and the kickstart felt like this thing is seizing up. And I started really bumming out. I said, okay, I'll pull the spark plug out. I'll put some oil down in it. Excuse me. I think all I had was 30 weight and some ATF. Put that down there. And we had some rainy days and stuff like that. And I've been painting my house, so I haven't really had the time to get back to it. And I don't know, it feels kind of freer with the oil in it. But I'm thinking, how the hell did that happen? I mean, this bike has been in the basement. Oh, the worst part of the woe was me is that I just sold my Honda 550 that I've had on the road for 15 years. Ran perfectly. I sold it. I said, I'll just put this one on the road because I don't ride as much as I used to. And then I come across this problem. So anyway, I was thinking, like, what seized it up? Every once in a while in the basement, I would actually kick it over just to make sure it kicked over. And yeah, it gets humid. It gets humid down there. The pollen's getting in my throat. And, I thought everything would be dandy. So what I'm wondering about, and what this video is going to be about, is that these things have like a Slinger oil filter. And I'm used to the ones on the Honda 350s and 450s and stuff like that have one right about here. The oil slings and it's kind of centrifugal, all like gack, kind of like sticks to the sides. Now we got something down here. It says nothing in the manual that I have, but I looked online and I found a 1974 owner's manual that said this is where the filter is hiding. So, which I don't remember ever going in there, but maybe I have. So we'll see maybe if that's clogged. Did I ever clean it before? I'm surprised if I didn't, but I really don't remember it. So we'll crack that open and see what happens. Now you can do it with oil in it, if they say if you tip it to like 25 degrees. But I want to change the oil, but I actually want it to be warm when I do that. It's a mouthful. Alright. So I saw this wrench here that came with the toolkit. I said, awesome, that's gotta be it. No. Hold on, maybe it's an 18. No. That's a 19, by the way. So, I'll try not to hack the crap out of it with the crescent. Okay, it looks like it's a 24. Okay. Put a cheater bar on it. Holy crap. Wow. I can't believe how hard that's on there. Okay, we got it. Said to be more of a man. I'm guessing we're gonna get some oil out of it because I am not 25 degrees. I tried to lean it up against the deck and it didn't want to lean. So we'll just lose some oil. okay. There's some oil. There's a spring. And some more oil. That's pretty black. I swear when I looked at it, it was kind of golden. Now I guess this is a filter. This thing right here. Comes out like that. Look at that. Totally clean. Well, that's not too good. Although, I guess I didn't want to see it all clogged up. I don't know if it just developed some rust in the cylinder or something like that. I don't know. Yeah. Oil's coming out everywhere. It feels pretty smooth kicking it over with no plug in it. With the plug in it, it felt like a Victor 441 BSA. Okay, we got a drain plug down here. So I decided, yeah, you might as well change the oil since half of it's come out already. Yeah, see, it looks kind of goldeny. It's not really all that black. Now we got another issue. SuperTech 10 weight 30. Really should have 1040, but in the manual it said I should be using designation SE, and of course that was written in 1974, so SE might have gone away. And anybody doubting this oil, I've had very good luck with SuperTech. API service SP. Son of a bitch. I gotta go out and get oil. Yeah, Honda oil. It's $55 a quart probably. Okay, the screen's nice and clean. The drain plug isn't bad. Yeah, there's a little bit of soot on it. We'll put that back in. I don't know if you'll be able to see. I got it in the sun. Kind of like looking around for metallic. I think you can see a little bit. I don't know. Maybe that's just, you know, the oil. I don't know. I have a magnet. This is the magnet action cam. There's a few. But, you know, I didn't actually clean this oil pan before I did this. Oh yeah, there's some pieces I don't like the looks of. Shit. It'll just even get more confusing. The dipstick says to use 10W30, so that's probably the reason I bought 10W30. Right up there. You check it by not having it being screwed in and having the bike upright, as vertical as you can get. Alright, I put some more ATF in this cylinder, as you can see down here, and we'll try kicking it over on a cooler day. Alright, I've been procrastinating on this because it's kind of like I'm really scared to find out that it's seized up. But what I've done is I put some ATF down the cylinder for a while, for about 3 or 4 days. Pumped that out. It seemed like it was moving pretty well. I decided to go get some Marvel Mystery Oil and I put that down there for the last like 3 days. I tried to get the piston to its lowest stroke by sticking that chopstick there in the cylinder so that I could see when the piston went down. So right now that cylinder should be pretty full of Marvel Mystery Oil, unless it's passed by the rings, which I don't think. I also added some Marvel Mystery Oil to the crankcase and to the gas tank. I've been using this stuff since I've been 16 years old, when I unseized a totally frozen outboard motor overnight, and I've been, thrilled with it ever since. Anyway, we got to slosh that oil out before we can hope to get it started. So round up your worst rags and get them ready to catch oil as it comes out of the cylinder. Wow, maybe it passed by the rings. Very strange. Now that I'm thinking about it again, that might be a bad thing. I might have gouged the cylinder and, shit. Might be scored on the cylinder walls, and that oil's just returned back to the crankcase. Now, when I start it up, if it starts up, it should smoke a lot because there's, a lot of residual oil in it. Probably oil in the pipe too. I'm gonna put a little bit of gas in the cylinder, hopefully to help it start easier. Okay, we'll give it a few kicks and see what happens. Well, it's much easier to kick over. We're going to let it idle like this for a while and see if it tightens up. See the smoke coming from the pipe, the excess oil. Okay, we took it for an easy spin around the block, as you could see, and now we're going to see how the kickstart feels and if it starts up again. Yeah, it's getting harder to kick again. Why it won't just start right up, I don't know. I'll let it cool down, see what it's like, but it feels like it's getting tight again. Damn it. I let it cool down for a while, and A little hard starting, but it's running. It wasn't that hard to kick over either. So I still don't know. So another monologue on the bike. So the other day I started working on it again, got it running, and it was running really poorly. And I thought, hey, maybe it's the cam chain. The cam chain adjustment is right here. And I went to look at it and it was totally loose, which could explain a lot. It means that it's throwing the valves out of time, and the valves could possibly be hitting the piston. So I probably rode it like that, not knowing that that was loose, had loosened up or whatever. And I'm wondering now if I have bent valves and stuff. But before that, I was thinking, well, I'm getting shitty spark, which I am getting shitty spark. It looks good every now and then, but it's weak most other times, so I ordered up some points. And I figured, well, I'll put in some new points. And at the same time, I set the cam chain correctly, I hope correctly, on the compression stroke. You loosen up the big nut and the middle nut. Once you do that, you tighten the smaller nut there in, and then you tighten up the lock nut, the big nut again, and that should be set. So now at least the chain won't be, the cam chain will hopefully be set. Now, because I rode it around like that, I'm hoping that the chain didn't jump a tooth or something like that, which would throw the timing out. And like I said, I'm also hoping that I didn't bend the valves. So I guess it's like, let's put in points and take it from there, I guess. There's a part number for the points. I'm sick of buying cheap third-party points, or anything else for that matter. I'm sick of junk. They look the same as these pretty much. These could be original. I might have changed these when I got the bike. I really don't remember. So I've got 2 screws here, and then the wire that attaches right here. Attaches on the inside, it looks like. Ooh, yep, this is what I wanted to do. Recovered. Caught that one. What do you know? Off they come. Gonna undo this connection. Clean this plate off a little bit. Everything's pretty clean. And these points don't really look like the problem at all. Clean off the cam too here. This pad down here should just be lightly touching it and have a light bit of lubrication on it. I think we already put a drop of oil on it. It feels kind of oily. I hope this thing is notched. Of course not. Meaning I gotta take the screw out. What the frig? That way the whole thing can explode. Spring tension. Okay, well, I gotta get that off. That doesn't make it too much fun when you go to put them back together, because the whole thing kind of explodes. If this had a cut in it, you could just push it on and, you know, leave everything bolted up, but this is more secure like this. We'll see what we can do. You get a better look at these points, maybe. They don't look bad. It looks like it says TEC right there, Tech, and the new points say the same thing, so I assume these are Honda as well. And I thought it might be easier to put that on, that lead on the bike, and it definitely is not. And I lost a little washer to boot. Boy, this is not fun. You need the tiniest damn hands. That person blasting the radio across the pond. Commercial radio, loud advertisements. I hate everything right now. I'm having a heck of a time with this, so I decided to take the points off their mount here. Let's try to remember how everything comes apart. Washer clip. That'll be fine. That's why we don't have the strain of putting it back together. Although we do have to pick it up and mount it on here, which will probably bend everything up. I don't know, we'll give it a try. Freaking birds are going nuts around here. One just swooped down, hit the top of my head, and landed behind that bench over there. And he didn't move for about a minute, and he came out and he had something in his mouth. And he flew away. There's another dead bird over the other side of the house. Geez, I don't know. More animals in this yard when I wake up in the morning. Rabbits and squirrels and bald eagles and egrets, and Jesus, it's a zoo. But it's nice too. Okay, I think I got it in. I'm not sure if this stacking order is right. You see those two washers, the fiber washers there on the outside of the points plate, and then there's a smaller round one that fits inside of that, the metal frame there. And then these should go on like this. And yeah, I've never found changing points so hard in my life. Yeah, I think that's good. I swear I'm becoming more and more inept mechanically by the minute.
I was just about to say that.
But I gotta set the points next. But lately, I swear, washers, like, you know, they fall from here and they're gone. You know, I lost one while it was on right here, and it's like gone. Maybe that friggin' bird took it. I used to have a piece of plywood I put down when I worked on things, and it is long decayed and thrown out. I need a replacement. Okay, I eyeballed it. It's supposed to be between 12 and 16, and I'm at 14. It feels pretty good. Let me tighten it down. Now, I'm actually guessing that it might not even be the points that are the electrical problem. It could be the condenser, and the condenser is really part of the coil. When I got this bike, it had a 12-volt coil on it. I was able to find an old correct one for the bike, put that on, but it's pretty old. And to get one now, a new one, is over $100. But an erratic spark like I've been getting is quite often caused by a faulty condenser. So those are set. I don't have the timing or anything like that. It's pretty close to being in the middle. I like that for right now. What I want to see is what kind of spark I get. I'm getting a spark. It isn't beautiful though. Well, I'd say that's good news. It doesn't seem like the valves are bent. It runs pretty good. I could get the timing better, but I kind of want to take it for a ride. So I think I'm going to do that, and hopefully not break down someplace. Alright, I just got back from about a 15-mile ride down to the beach and stuff. I got it ran, and it runs, but it was a little not hesitant on the start, but it broke up a little bit when you took off. But otherwise, it seemed okay. I did not do the timing, so that's one thing I got to do. And I haven't set the carburetor either. I just got kind of fed up with everything I was doing and getting frustrated, and finally I'm to the point that, like, yes, it runs, it's not seized up, I don't think the valves are bent, and I think it's good for the season after I do the timing and the carb and stuff like that. I'm thinking about putting LED lights in for the directionals, because these are like wicked lazy on a 6-volt system. They, like, you know, hardly blink, and in traffic, yeah, I want to have the directionals. So I might get a set of those too, and I may or may not do a video on them. Okay, well, thanks for watching. Goodbye.